The number of views that our review got surely confirms this claim. Anyway, 2 months later we were asked if we would like to review some female smartwatches made by Huawei. Turns out they were actually a 42mm versions of Watch GT2 and not necessarily for women, since there were one, so much so that we think it deserves a different name and that Huawei should have released it under a different branding. A lack of screen bezel makes this watch look more like Samsung's Galaxy Watch Active series than its 4mm larger cousin. Now, different design doesn't mean it looks worse, in fact we actually liked it a lot. We received 2 versions, Elegant and Classic. Elegant comes with a golden frame and golden Milanese strap, while Classic has chrome frame and light brown genuine leather strap. Pleasant surprise was that both versions also include an additional black silicone strap, which significantly changes their look but also makes them more suitable for physical activities, since metal and leather are not very sweat friendly. Straps also include a quick release mechanism and they are a standard 20mm in width, so you can get some additional ones if you like variety. Since there is no bezel like on a 46mm version, the whole top surface is covered in glass with slightly rounded edges and about 3mm wide black margins surrounding the display. Unlike the smaller 40mm Galaxy Watch Active 2, which looks pretty miniature, 42mm on this watch looks like a perfect size. The screen is easy to read, the watch fits nicely on the wrist, and it's neither too small for a male hand nor too large for a female one. What we also liked better on a Watch Active was the fact that the keys are not inside the watch body, but stick out a bit, so the whole thing looks more like a classic watch and less like a gadget. The AMOLED screen is touch sensitive and of course somewhat smaller than on a 46mm version, 1.2 instead of 1.39 inches. Resolution is also a bit lower, 390 by 390 pixels instead of 454 by 454, but it's still more than enough to offer a very satisfying display quality. Interestingly, these models come with some watch faces we haven't seen on a bigger GT2, so it's possible that Huawei decided to give each of the models a bit of their own identity. Watch face selection is pretty good and varied, with plenty of modern and classic looking skins, so it's not likely you'll get bored with watch looks anytime soon. Some of the watch faces display a whole bunch of useful information, so overall we have absolutely no complaints regarding the looks of this model. Always on screen mode is also supported, and it offers one analog and one digital watch face that can be displayed all the time, with a well-balanced brightness that makes it visible but not bothersome at night if you wear your watch to sleep. As for the OS and apps, it's the same as what we saw on Watch GT and GT2, so the watch offers most useful features that most people would use, but not much more than that. Among the pre-installed apps there's a stopwatch, alarm, barometer, compass and a few other things, but you can't install anything more unless Huawei decides to add it in some future software updates. Widgets, which are accessed by swiping left and right, display your heart rate and stress history, weather report and daily goals, but also allow you to control the music, which you can play both on your phone's app and on the watch since it comes with 2.2 GB of internal storage. You can also pair the watch with Bluetooth headphones and play music while running with no need to take the phone with you. The main difference compared to the 46mm version, and certainly the biggest disappointment, is that you're not able to take voice calls on this watch since it has no speaker or microphone. It's a shame since it's a useful feature which users are glad to have even if they only use it sometimes. Maybe Huawei thought that you don't really need it if you have FreeBuds Free. As for notifications and messages, those capabilities stay the same as on a larger model. Same goes for fitness options, which allow you to track 15 different activities, indoors, outdoors and in the water. Your activity data is acquired by 4 optical heart rate sensors on the bottom side, as well as GPS and a multitude of other sensors. Huawei Health app is again a central hub that allows you to view your activity, stress and sleep quality history and detailed data, but also adjust the settings, transfer music or select a watch face. We should also mention battery life, which is one of Watch GT2's strengths and something that smaller watches often struggle with. 42mm version in this case offers an impressive 9 days of normal use on a single charge, with regular use, continuous pulse and sleep tracking and about 4 1-hour workouts. However, if you decide to use always on, it will last about 4 days. Charging base is the same one we saw on Watch GT and GT2, and it seems that Huawei has no intention of changing it anytime soon, or ever. All in all, a 42mm Watch GT2 makes a lot of sense beside the 46mm one, as it brings a different design that many users may prefer.